Hey everyone, I'll be covering all of the Nintendo Switch's games announced for the 4th week of November, so let's get started. Become a star in celebrity life. Feel what it's like to be the talk of the town and the name that everyone knows. Make decisions of how your life unfolds and what roles you decide to take. Mixing a set of genres like strategy, RPG, and simulation, where all of the options are at your fingertips, but the results may not always be as desirable as you want them to be when it releases in 2022. Dakapan Up, Mugen no Roulette is the latest entry in the digital board game series set in the world of Ura Wareru Mono, with everything from stages to items is specifically themed to the franchise. Playable characters and even stories from each of the series merge in a new single-player story fully created specifically for this entry. After the main story, tackle mini-games and get to know each of the characters either alone or via local and online multiplayer. Embark on a quest full of treasure in Captain Sabretooth and the Magical Diamond, a platforming adventure game where you play as two swappable, playable protagonists. Traverse a dangerous yet sprawling world while sailing the islands and you search for riches, upgrades, and tons of new abilities. Each hero can accomplish a task that the other one cannot, so swift swapping is highly encouraged. Play as a 6-year-old in A Wild West Tale. Always sneak past dangerous foes surrounding you and the game world. Overcome challenges to gain self-confidence and become more cunning, clever, and astute to resolve problems. Everything is presented with a non-violent resolution option at hand, where you can rely on the kid's mischievousness, playfulness, and humor to solve the series of advanced tasks before you. Equipped with the ability to take over machines, use all of the tools at your disposal to rebuild yourself and find out the meaning of intelligent design at the hands of humans and Retro Machina. Explore desolate and disintegrating maze-like terrains, all while overcoming harsh environments. Take control of antagonistic automatrons to discover the mysteries of the world you rarely and barely understand. Life isn't all about money and the Game of Life 2, a sequel to 2015's original Steam game. Adding tons of quality of life changes and a bunch of new features like the new career options, new ways to win, an Echo City friendly board, selectable vehicles, second chances, new pets, the option to continue playing after post-retirement, and ton more. A release is expected for next year. The Rayman Learning Collection is a bundling of several 3DS games ported to the Switch, aimed for kids under the Doraemon moniker, including Dorakazu Math Training, Dorakazu Brain Training, Dorakazu English Training, Hiragana, Katakana, and Kanji Training. This Jupiter bundle will be available in Japan starting February 4th, and they have hinted at a potential Western release. Welcome to the medieval era in Micetopia, where evil has taken away all of the mice except the Elder. Become the hero and save the village from the Dark Mission's evil plot. Fight, jump, and explore your way as you overcome enemies, gain new powers, and rescue your compatriots from the clutches of their evil captors. In Picklock, you play as a thief. Scope out the scene, break in, and steal it all, then find a way out. That's your job and your path to become a pro. This strategic adventure game is presented from an isometric view, letting you explore 13 challenging missions with several ways to complete either of the tasks at hand. Liberated released last year on the Switch, and on December 3rd, Liberated Enhanced Edition will be available in the eShop. This new version includes 2 full new story DLCs, adding voiceover and gameplay enhancements, plus a physical version will also be made available at a later date. And if you purchase the original game, a separate purchase option will also be made available in the eShop for those users. Fault, Milestone 2 Sides Above, is a cinematic visual novel that takes place right after the events of Milestone 1. With the addition of a new 3D camera system, Fault Milestone 2 aims to introduce a more immersive and larger-than-life reading experience. A Japanese release is expected on December 3rd, and they will include English subtitles. After losing her memories, a girl could only remember the name Miss Sakura in the adventure game Unreal Life. Set out to find a mysterious woman aided by randomly talking pieces of technology and the power to read the minds of the objects that you interact with. Compare memories and experiences in this atmospheric puzzle adventure game. Anna is a lone merchant who wakes up in a shrine at the behest of May, the caretaker of the place, who also happens to be the guardian of the forest. The two become almost inseparable after a series of events in the short visual novel Forest Guardian. Plan out your attacks, dodges, blocks, and parries while considering both your opponents and the environment, in a celebration of violence. Improve your stats a bit at a time, but remember that death is permanent. If all else fails, try to bring in 4 friends via local co-op and let loose on the whiffs of monsters, zombies, and bandits. Paul was a peaceful and prosperous kingdom until one fateful day where the king decided to enforce everyone to wear pants. You, a member of the resistance properly called anti-pants, will fight in the upcoming war. Play solo or via 4-player local co-op to unlock combo chains that let you enjoy the breeze beneath your wings. The evolution of idols is here with Love Kami Divinity Stage, a visual novel game presenting a new take on the idol scene from the perspective of a goddess. Laugh, grow, and even cry with each goddess whose descended from the sky to the stage is a blessing to all mankind. Enjoy over 3 playable routes, fully voiced and also offering English subtitles. Juin no Error Salvation is the first collaboration between the popular illustrators Yomi and Oramate, coming exclusively to the Nintendo Switch. Set to take place at the end of eternity in a world where people die by the age of 23. More details are set to emerge next week with the release of Famitsu's magazine. Destropolis is a top-down shooter inspired by classics like Alien Shooter, Nuclear Throne, and Crimson Land. Everything takes place in a futuristic city filled with red cube-like enemies where you tear it all down into pieces with explosions galore. Play alone or with friends for your local co-op and destroy as many enemies as possible before being overwhelmed. In a minimalistic world of tight corners, brutalist architecture, and fast cars, you're tasked with perfecting and driving in a drift competition and absolute drift. Whip around obstacles in the free roam area, then take it to the track in over 34 levels, full of trials and challenges to overcome. Route Double Before Crime After Days Extended Edition follows the events of a nuclear meltdown at a research facility from 2 different perspectives. Uncover the events that describe what took place before the meltdown, and then see how you would handle the aftermath with all of the information gathered, drastically changing each of the scenes and the outcome at every step of the way. Dive into a 1950s story and explore an Eldritch horror-infested world soaked with dark magic, mystery, and romance. Call Me Under takes place in an underwater city and a haven for sirens and otherworldly creatures where humans have become a rarity. A Kickstarter project is still up for this adventure game. Enjoy a variety of environments on over 20 tracks across 5 different tournaments in Tiny World Racing. From crumbling castles to volcanic islands, master all the terrains to become the world's best. Choose from 16 cars and collect them all where no 2 races will ever feel the same. And that's all the game announcements we'll be covering this week. I hope that all of you enjoy the upcoming holidays. I know that 2020 has been a rough year for literally everyone with so many things happening, but I feel like Thanksgiving is just one of those holidays where people can rally around and have a good time, some good food, and some family for support. And if that doesn't work, maybe some Black Friday sales can get you in a good mood. All in all, we need some good news so we can finally put this year behind us and hope that 2021 is at least 15% less garbage than this one was. So with all that said, as per always, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate the support, and be sure to leave a like and subscribe and hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. See ya!